today, just let me begin with the first question. Thank you for coming. Let me begin with the first question. How many of you are directly from HR function or any related with people side? Oh, such a great, yeah. Okay. So please stop me when you need to ask your questions. Okay, we don't have to wait. This is kind of a wonderful size of a group, so it can be interactive. Please know that I'm not considering myself as the person to know everything about the subject. Yes, we have some experiences, and I personally had mistakes and learnings, and I'll do my best to share. And of course, as KFC and Yum, we have some insights, some data, so I'll be sharing this with you. But my purpose for today is to have a really interactive session, okay? I'll do my best to present, but today, if you go home thinking that, hey, that was useful, and this piece enlightened me, or that piece I shared my voice, and it has been discussed, that's my purpose. Is it clear? So in KFC, in the core of our employee value propositions, we say that we believe in you, okay? Basically, we say that we believe in you, team member in the store, or GM, or the C-level something, we believe in you. And it means that I believe in your potential, I believe in your intentions, and I believe in your great style at the same time. But your impact on me may not be the best, but still I believe in you. With that, Yum Brands is truly, as I said, I have been working in different companies, but Yum Brands is truly, and sometimes surprisingly, because we don't communicate a lot, a people-centric brands. So this subject for us again, even though we will be discussing hybrid, offices, spaces, time, you will be seeing that I will be speaking more about humans, more about people. With that, I want to begin to introduce myself to you, not because I love myself only, but I believe that we deserve to get to know each other on a human level. You know my title, Chief People Officer. You know where I work, KFC Yum Brands, but you don't know who I am. Let me do my best very quickly to introduce myself. So basically, as you see, this is the professional and the education side. My hometown is Turkey. So I want to say that Turkey is going through a really bad time today, and thanks for this organization recognizing it, acknowledging it today, and beginning with silence. And if we can help Turkey in any ways, I would also appreciate that. So it is not the best time for me and my family and my friends and the Turkey team there. So I cannot say that today is my best day. I had better days in life. I graduated from sociology from a university, and then I continued my education with psychodrama, and I'm a certified also person in that sense for children for sure, for adults as a co-therapist. I'm still working. I worked in different markets, different sectors. You can see the names, but I want you to take is I had a chance to work with call center agents where they come with slippers and shorts into their offices. And I had a chance to work with, really high levels because that's our job. So the depthness of my experience gave me a lot of learning, I can say. Personally, I have been, again, like my business life, I have been having a life partner in the last 30 years in together. I was thinking that I will never marry, but I fell in love. Still, that's a choice of mine. And I have 2 daughters right now living in the US. That's my family where I really love. And I truly love gardening. In the deserts of Dubai, you can give me seeds and I will give you some kind of banana, cucumbers, tomatoes. I love nurturing things. I love seeing things transforming. You will see why I am telling you these things also in the presentation, okay? There is also a reason why I'm telling, but I am very passionate about such things. Plus, give me art, pictures, art, any type of thing. I will really spend a lot of time. I travel a lot from all over the world. I have one piece of art in my home. So when you enter my home, it's kind of a world art gallery. I'm not saying they are the best ones, but they are the meaningful ones. And I love everything that we do with our hands. And I love writing. I published 2 children's books in my home country. And I always donate the earnings to, again, children. As you see, I love them. And I want to continue. I'm not saying that I'm a writer, but I want to continue. So, why I am telling you all these things? Why I am telling you about these details about myself? Basically, how we see KFC and Yum, this is the regional only picture. It's not the big picture. But we are operating in 22 different countries. We have 21 different franchisees. MENA market is a fully franchised market, which means that we are not operating the daily life business, but we go through our franchisees, and we have 21 different franchisees. Our number of stores, excluding CIS, is right now, as you see, 1,400, and our manpower is strong. So, and a company coming to you and claiming that they are people-focused. One by one, for each person in the organization, we are encouraging every single leader in the organization to know whether Özlem likes gardening, or Özlem is an empty nester, or Özlem has an autistic child taken care of, or Özlem has a father who she should be taken care of. You see my point? In this organization, we encourage every single leader, and we encourage every single employee to be curious about the other side. Virtually, face-to-face, we don't care. For hybrids, for ways of doing things, we don't care. We want you to know me. I want myself to know you in person. That's the reality. That's what we are looking for. Because our value promises is very clear. We say that always original. Original means authentic. I want to know you as an authentic person. Beyond your title, beyond your nationality, beyond your religion, who you are is important for us. That's why we say that we believe in all people, and all is really all. And we promise everyone who joins KFC for 3 things. We say that join us, whoever you are, right? If you're selected here, we trust you. So you don't have to prove yourself to us. If you're in KFC, we trust you. And be who you are. I don't want you to change yourself for me. And I want to, as KFC, promise you that I will support you to be your best self. Not in business, not best CPO. But KFC promises me that I will become a better human being in life. A big bite, right? Big bite to digest. And it says me that after being your best self, we will support you to make a difference for others. It may be your consumers, it may be your colleagues, it may be people suffering in Turkey. But you will feel that you are making a difference. And the third one, we say that, hey, the life will be easy here. So whatever you do, your friction and pain points will be less, and we will celebrate, and we will recognize, so you will have fun. So basically, these are our promises. Again, why I am saying you this is that, what is hybrid? Basically, at the end of the day, with different spaces, times, offices, timelines, tools, channels, you have to make sure that your employee value promises are in daily life. Right? When you say, come and say good morning, you will feel it. And when you go home, you will feel this. You will feel happy and smiley and accomplished. So these are the three real promises that we are giving to our employees. On a bigger scale, our results from a business perspective, our SSSG, same-store sales growth, is more than 37%. We are the second, last year first, this year second big market with the growth level in the global. So good. Net new builds is really strong. I cannot give the number, but in every 2 hours, there's a store opening for the region. So again, the first. So our business scores are great. Our engagement results are 95 in RSC, when I say Restaurant Support Center, which means above store level. And our in-store level score is 85, includes everyone, from driver to RGM, Restaurant General Manager. Our inclusion ratio is 86. Our optimum RGM level is 98. When we look at our gender parity, it is, as you see, 52 to 48. And we have 20 different nationalities in our office, in above store level. Does it give you a picture about what we're talking about? So I feel confident that our business results are good, our people results are good, and it is not by chance. Okay? And it's not by chance. Let's try to understand what we have done. I have been working in KFC MENAPAKT in the last 6 years. So the first strategy was to create a safe space. So we amplified love to ensure that every single employee who joins KFC feels safe here, basically. So amplified love, amplified care was the strategy. We want to ensure that every single person feels safe so that they can unleash themselves and become their real selves. Otherwise, we walk with masks, right? We just join meetings. We say, yes, perfect, amazing, brilliant. When we walk out, we say, what the hell that was? We wanted a safe space so that people can talk, people can become themselves. In the second phase of our strategy, we said, this is time from safe to brave. So we amplified love first, then we said, amplify your courage, please. Now stand up, now speak up. Now unleash your potential. Now stretch yourself. Is the strategy clear for all of us? The way how we do it is through systems, through channels, of course. So how will you link all of these to hybrid, Özlem? So it's great that we learned who you are, what KFC is, what was its strategy, but what is its relation with hybrid? When you Google hybrid, this gives one of the definitions is this: mixed character composed of different elements. Let's have a few moments and let's discuss. What do you think we are discussing about right now? You tell me. We all joined the same session. I will share what I think, but you tell me why you are here. Flexibility. Learning. Wonderful. New ways of working. Wonderful. Adaptability. Wonderful. Are these all new things for us? Flexibility, adaptability. Were they always with us? What made hybrid a new topic for all of us? COVID-19. So I brought a video for you to show our response to COVID. We believe that COVID brought something to all of us where we begin to discuss topics, right? Hybrid, office, time, the working hours. We begin to discuss. I personally believe that, thank you, COVID, you made a steroid impact for something which was actually there, waiting. Our talents, young generation, they were telling us, right? Our talents, whenever you go and chat, they were telling us some of their insights. They were saying that, hey, I'm a single mom or I'm a single dad. Can I have some flexibility? Can you give me a shuttle support? Can you give me, you see my annual leaves? Can you do this? I know this is the policy, but may I have support for this? Do you see my point? Young generation was knocking our doors and asking us, hey, this learning and development journey is perfect, but I'm new generation. I hate it. This is so boring. They were telling us, am I right? What happened? COVID happened, and then we all stepped back and had a chance to see our definitions. Because before, that's the old traditional way of, not very old, I hope, but that was the traditional, practical way of looking to life, to hybrid before. We were thinking that, hey, we have jobs here, there are job requirements, we have some employees around, this employee, team members in the KFC, all the same, with the same shirts, with the same hats, right? Financial analyst, payroll specialist, Q&A, quality specialist, they're all the same. We assumed that. And we were designing solutions for our jobs and for our employees. We assuming that, yes, there are differences, but almost the same. We give money, we recognize them, we reward them, we motivate them, right? And we were talking about offices. When I joined my professional life, unfortunately 30 years ago, that was the only option, right? You have an office, and the office layout, there's the size of the room, the chair you have means something. It was communicating. When you walk, even the sizes of the rooms would mean something. That was kind of a symbol of something. It had an importance. And we were talking about office hours, whether I come to work from 9 to 5, and then after 5, if I stay, I was overpaid still, right? It's extra. And the company, if calls me during weekend, would mean something. Am I right? That was the definition of our business life. And still it is the case for many. Having said that, new generations came with, there were these, I will just present 6 insights to you. And this is not because of COVID. This was done before COVID. Thus, as KFC, we were shaped with these insights before COVID. So how we embrace COVID became easier for us. So this is done by a Collider Lab, kind of a McKinsey company, embedded into YUM system. So we use their insights. The first insight they shared with us is everyone in the talent pool right now. It's not, you won't be surprised. Everyone in the talent pool, not only YUM, in the marketplace, asks for flexibility. Bold, underlined, italic, 40 points, red. They want flexibility on where, when, and how they work, and they want it like a standard. They are not discussing it. It's their standard. It's their default. Are we aligned on that? Did it surprise you? Second, I think the key speakers also said the same thing. They are saying that, hey, my well-being is so important, and it's not only well-being on the physical side, it is well-being in 360. I want my company to support me for my emotional well-being, my mental well-being, my financial well-being. You see, every single pillars, this generation, this new talent pipeline, and interestingly includes the empty nesters also. So not only the young generation, they say that, hey, I want my company to feel accountable for my well-being. Okay. Third, they are saying that, hey, Özlem, don't treat me like I'm the same with another team member. She has a different life, I have a different life. Her requirements are different than my requirements. So would you, and you're talking about inclusion, fairness, then would you, in daily life decisions, consider my differences between her differences? Am I clear on that? The way how I can embrace things can be different than yours. So this career development, this growth journeys, learning and development, recognitions, it's different for him and different for me. Can you please a little bit pay attention to create personalized journeys? Is it understandable? As a team member, as a human being, when you step back, would you agree that I would prefer that one also? Fourth, they say that we work in big organizations, in a big world. The world is global right now. So can you, and I don't want to only be in touch with the people that I might function. I don't want to be in touch with only with people that I am exposed to. Can you create some kind of micro communities here where I feel that I belong? It may be a religious community, it may be a gardening community, it may be a writing community, it may be a strategy innovation community. But whoever passionate, regardless of their levels, functions, roles in the system, can I come together with the people who I am, who I share the same passion, and it's beyond my role. Am I clear on this? You may prefer to have a babysitting, motherhood community, and I may choose to go, why not, pop community. And you may prefer something else. This is micro communities, is a big shout out from the talent pool right now. Fifth, they are saying that I don't want to follow the innovations. I want to work in a company where the company is creating these innovations. And it may be, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about AI here. Whatever it is, it may be supply chain, it may be finance, it may be HR, but I want to work in HR, work in my piece of yum, where it is really the trendsetter. Özlem, think about HR in that way. Supply chain, think about supply chain in that way. Am I clear? So they want to be in the train, designing the train, which will create the future. And the sixth one is wonderful structures, organizational structures we have, Özlem. Having said that, that's not enough. We want decentralized structures. We want to work in agile squads, right? I don't want to do, I am a digital, for example, I'm an e-commerce manager. I don't want to work alone in marketing team. I want to ensure that every single day I come and begin to work with financial analysis, and at the same time supply chain, and a squad and delivery chiefs, a squad that we can come together in an agile way, discuss things, and we are empowered to take some decisions, empowered to spend some money within our limits. But I don't want to knock the door and take the approval from my marketing director and then go to GM and that doesn't work for us. So can you have some agile squads? Is this picture clear for everyone? Can you relate with this picture as a talent, as a mom, as a dad, anyone in the organization? Can you relate with it? Okay. So my point is, before COVID, that was the insight. We all knew it. Even we know we are discussing inside with the keynote speakers, so everyone is saying the same thing. The question becomes how we take into action in real life. And never forget that in KFC, whatever we do, we want to make it authentic. We want to make it real. We don't want to create posters or slogans that you will say wonderful, but that's not in your daily life. Our engagement score is 95, and our turnover is 0.1 just because of it. We are not perfect, but we are a reliable company. We promise, and then we execute. Okay? So don't expect big things. But whatever I'm presenting you, it's a life. Remember jobs, employees, office, and office hours? We converted our approach. We said that rather than thinking that there's a job here, let's together discuss about the purpose. What is your purpose as an operational manager? What is your purpose as an HR person? Let's look from that angle. And when you look from that angle, most of the limitations that you have defining a job becomes very flexible. And then we said, hey, rather than using our employees, let's have a human-focused approach. Human. What's your name, please? Kanisha. Did I pronounce right? Okay. Who is Kanisha? Who she really is. How can I relate with her, and how can I create a memory for her in business, and how she can go home feeling accomplished. Not an employee, not a form, not a process, not a title, not a tenure in the organization. If she is excellent, she can become the chief in 3 years. You see? So I'm not keeping her limited with many things. And the last piece is that rather than thinking only about the office or home, can we think about the space in the world? Work from home, work from office. Maybe we should think work from world, earth, work from world. How can we do it? Is it possible? Is it really possible? And we begin to think about time. Ooh, a lot of discussions around that. You know, what if people abuse this system? What if people, many questions, right? You can believe that we had the same discussions, arguments, very healthy, strong discussions together. So for us, we decided together, where we landed conceptually is, we all of us know that we don't want anyone to feel as a human doing. We want every person in this company to feel that they are human beings. So rather than only talking their tasks and roles and achievements and results and the goals, how can we have an impact virtually, unvirtually, in the office, beyond the office? How can I make you feel that you're a human being? Now, look, when you go to your companies, just look whatever you are doing. Most probably you are doing fantastic things. Most probably. Even 5 times better than we do. Just look at your approach. Am I looking from an employee perspective? Am I looking from a human perspective? Am I treating my employees, talents, humans in the organization like a human doing? Or am I creating a relationship with this group of people like a human being? You will find 5 new solutions in your organization. You don't need us. I am sure you are doing great things. Second, we decided that we will not be perfectionists. So don't expect me to say that we did this and that's an excellent one. No. We have decided that we will go humble, do basic things, but we will make sure that it's truly embedded in the organization. Whatever we promise, you will feel it. It's true, it's real, and it is no matter what. When COVID hit, it should continue. You see? My new coffee machine in the pantry area means nothing during COVID timelines, but me keeping my promises during COVID timeline means a lot. Did I make myself clear? We said that, hey, a seat at the table for everyone is not enough. It's not enough. Yes, everyone, it's human right. That's why I could not take a human right as something distinctive for us. Everyone should have a seat at the table, but they should have the freedom to speak, and they should feel that they are heard. How can we make this happen? With this insight, we said that let's go agile. Let's think about agility a little bit more. Let's understand what it means in daily life, in our business. And the last piece is that let's treat everyone as a heart-led, the citizens of Earth. Let's acknowledge the fact that if something is happening in another part of the world, this group of humans wants us to take the accountability and do something. So how can we do this? So it's not only the results that we will be focusing on. Yes, for sure. We are not a charity. This is not a foundation. This is a breakthrough performance result company. No doubt on that. That's like an oxygen. But let's a little bit talk more about the purposes here. So how did we translate employee into human world is this for us. For the space, we decided 4 things. We said that we will be using only our offices for 4 reasons. We said that we are here, you are welcomed in the office. 2 times, I'll give the details, logistics a little bit later. You are welcome in the office to create, to collaborate, to celebrate, and to do some impact for the community. Otherwise, we don't need you. If you want to come of course. But you have to be in the office for these 4 reasons. If you are coming to office, and if we are inviting you to the office, don't get me wrong, you're always welcome. You can always come, it's your office, right? But if you are inviting you to our office, if you can experience these 4, then you can go. And for each of them, we have a calendar. We have a calendar of creation. We have a calendar of collaboration. We have a calendar of celebration. Literally, we have many calendars behind. Virtual plus or in the office. You may not, if you couldn't make it to the office, you can still join virtually. But we are expecting, if we are inviting, these are the 4 purposes. Is it clear? Am I good? Because my time is limited. I have to fly and run right now. Huh? So, let me take it to practical. Anyone who is interested more in these programs, we are happy to host you in our office and give you the technicalities more. But I assume you would agree with me that going into deeper technicalities may not be easy. From a general perspective and a high-level perspective, everyone asks me this. This is why I prioritize normally that this is for me the last point. But we have a space for togetherness, 4C with the inclusion calendars. When I say 4C, remember to create, to celebrate, to communicate, to do the community and collaborate. Right? We have a calendar for these. And an inclusion calendar. When I say inclusion calendar, it's always personal, but at the same time, we celebrate Diwali together, we celebrate Ramadan together, we celebrate, if you have a specific thing, we find ways to celebrate it, and there is a real calendar behind it. There is an organization structure behind it. And again, you don't have to come to office, it can be virtual also. There is always a way that you can join these calendars. So as an employee, as a talent in KFC, you will have a catalog, a calendar, that you will see when is happening what. What is happening when. Okay? Work from world and flexible benefit structure. What do I mean with that? Of course, there's this. First of all, we are truly flexible. I just want you to know that. But in principle, we need guidelines because you cannot say everyone go world, work from world, and then the tax, and then becomes the tax issues, right? Legislation, visa issues. You cannot say it. So we said that for some positions, 5 weeks in a year, you can work from wherever you want to. Do you want to go to work from Sicily? Go and work from Sicily. Do you want to go and see your grandma and work from there? Go and work. We have rules. First, the time you can use it as a bulk and combine it with your annual leaves, or you can use it by dividing. What we want from you is that our working timeline is your guideline. If you're in USA, you have to wake up nighttime, because our franchisees will need you during their timeline. Second, we are saying that your timeline should be approved by your line managers and their LTs, and not only as HR. So if you and your line manager, LT member, is okay, and the squad members that you work in is okay, then it's okay for us. Just send us the information so we will consolidate. This is work from the world. From a weekly perspective, we are invited. We work for 4 days and a half. So Friday afternoons, you don't have to come to office. Friday mornings, just for us to come to celebrate and really recognize each other and have some growth event. Usually there's an event in the office, and then we go and eat something together. The other 4 days, you are invited to come to office 2 times. You decide with your line manager which 2 days. But never forget that you are most probably working in a squad or a micro community, which means that usually our office is full. You would be very surprised. We are saying, go work from. They say, no, I wanted to come for 3 hours for this micro community. Because when you give freedom to people, they just take the best out of it. When I say flexible benefit structure, just because we are saying that go work from your home or other part of the world, most probably, depending on the requirements, invoice-based, you will be paid for your roaming with a cap. You will be, most probably, in your home, we send you the screen, and depends on who you are. When I say who you are, your home limits. But you will get some kind of support from desk to ergonomic, screens to because we want you to make sure that you can work from everywhere. And believe me that when we opened this, we thought many people will come with lists. It did not happen at all. So people just thanked us. Few people really used it. And some of them really asked for something else, and we updated. By the way, they get also one-time support for their, I can give the details later, work from world strategy. We have, remember the 6 insights from the Collider? Wellness. In KFC, we say it 9 lives recharge. This is kind of a part of a program that we use achieve breakthrough results. So there's one specific day for this, 9 lives recharge. Each basically focuses on your wellness. And this is why we give you days that you can reflect about your wellness. Plus, we give some support for you that you, again, invoice-based, you can get some kind of reimbursements for 9 life recharge. So I'm not giving you a fixed allowance for everyone, wellness support. But if you are saying that, hey, I need physical physiotherapy extra, Cigna doesn't cover, but I need it. Then for your wellness, within the limit, most probably you will have it. You will prioritize physical wellness and be paid for it. But maybe you will say that, hey, I'm a mom and I'm a single mom. So in the cases of high work, I need to be supported by a caregiver, a babysitter. So I would accept your nursery. Did I make clear? So there's a cap, there's a budget behind, but it depends on your wellness needs. ERGs and micro communities. ERG, I don't know whether it's familiar, employee resource groups. So we divide these two into, we look this into 2 levels. When I say employee resource group, there is a strategic business reason behind it. And this resource group come together to accomplish usually a strategic people pillar. For example, we have in global, we have LGBT groups. They come together, they work together to ensure that the representation is there, there's fairness. In KFC, in MENAPAKT group, we have SHINE, which has been selected as the global program right now. This ERG group, Employee Resource Group, it specifically focuses on equity inclusion in the organization. So they go and check the numbers, they look, they create some kind of solutions. They come, they support each other, they go through a certification program, they can mentor others. I can give 2-hour session about this program, but if anyone is interested, SHINE has been selected also as a global program this year. So for gender parity specifically, we are using it right now. Is it clear? Am I doing a good job or last? Wonderful. Last one, the last one is the micro communities. Micro communities, remember what I said? It's all about people. At the end, it's all about human, right? And as a human, we have different passions, we have different interest topics, we have different goals in our life. So how will I make sure that you and you, if coming from different backgrounds, having different roles, levels in the system, how will I connect you these two? I consider HR as the sponsor of this, but we don't run it. We sponsor, we guide, we give them the guidelines, what can be done, what is not appropriate. But at the same time, we let you be. These are like children groups, passionate groups. They come together, they work. As I said, they may be working on an equity, social purpose, big agenda, or they may be working on like, why not pop? Let's go to pop together groups. But the idea here, and it works really, it seems very simple, but it works. Because the idea here, when your passion is the same, you by default organically come together. If you love knitting, you come together. If you love reading book, you come together. Whether you are Indian, I'm Turkish, you are Christian, I'm Muslim, no one cares about it. Clear? It may be virtual, it may be in the office, it may be in a park, you decide where. The last one is the SIA and the Agile Squads. SIA is strategy in action for us, strategy in action. So the big projects that we have, like the AOPs, annual operating plans, that the C-levels really embrace, we divide them into big pillars, and then we create Agile Squads. Every strategy action, so it's not functional based goal settings, no. Of course, we have that in mind. But at the same time, if I want to unlock Turkey business, there's an unlock SIA squad for it. And it is marketing maybe in this unlock squad, finance maybe in this unlock squad, you see? And there is no level restriction. I may be the FP&A, and you may be the chief marketing officer. But if you need me, then I connect with you on that level. So inclusion into daily life becomes the magic, both from a strategy perspective and also from a daily life perspective. And when I say Agile Squad, for example, our digital Agile Squad, again, has been selected as a global benchmark. There is a group of people, every day they wake up thinking about digital delivery and sleeping together. They have a budget. Even GM cannot say no. They have a budget. They are empowered with some. They are not only responsible, but also accountable and empowered. So they go for this, for quick decisions. And if they need more, then we take it into big actions. I will share one and then I'll take the question very quickly. So this is how we respond. You know, remember I said that whatever you do, it has to be consistent. And our journey started before COVID. So with this mindset, when COVID hit, in the first month, this is how we responded. Everyone responded to team members and the actions, office, virtually, but with this mindset.
Hi, I'm Margaret.
There, this is Waleed.
Wow, you guys are inspiring us more and more every day.
Please never forget, we do really care for each of you.
Thank you so much for everything that you're doing in these tough times.
We love you.
This is for all region. Some of them, as you see, people are coming together and making yoga virtually. some learning programs from all around. Some of them came to office to dance when it was the first day to come office. Different channels, different ways. But we celebrated Ramadan virtually with our families. we needed some fun. So as you see virtually again. These days, unfortunately, Turkey was not on the stage, but Lebanon was on the stage for us. Again, virtually, in the office, virtually, everyone find a way to take it into actions. And the last slide that I want to say is that, as I promised, I'm not saying that we are doing the best. I'm sure you know much better than I do, and you have practices most probably 5 times better than us. Our magic is being real. We never promise if we will never deliver. And if we promise, we deliver. Keeping us real and being heartless is the true thing. We are trying to be authentic, not like, yeah. So, and unique recipes. We are working with humans. Whatever happened, whatever, digital, AI, humans will be humans. Humans want to be treated as human beings, not human doings. So let's keep this in mind. How can I take you with me as a human being, not a doing? And it's not about the intensity, it's about the consistency. Yes, we have this one big thing in the organization, but is it sustainable? Will my investor give the budget for it next year? Is the question. So every decision that we give in the organization as HR, it's our responsibility to give promises that we can take. So it's 360 stakeholder management, not only like the hallelujah part, but making sure that if I promised you that I will support you working remotely this year, next year I have to ensure that that's the case. I hope I did a good job, not from a timing perspective, I believe. I know that there were some few questions, beginning with that.
Thank you, first of all, for sharing this experience. You've mentioned for several times about micro communities. Could you just a bit elaborate on that, on how you're managing that? So is it employee-driven communities or you are providing kind of support from HR side? Thank you.
Let me again differentiate the ERG between the ambassadors and the micro communities. We have a group called Utopia. This group is cultural ambassadors coming from different functions. We share all our engagement results with them. They think like CPOs, Chief People Officers, and we build design the strategy together, we discuss, and they take it into actions. This is different. Micro community, so we are truly active in that, okay? Because there is a result, we need to have another result. So believe me that me and our HR team is truly active in that side. When it comes to micro communities, what we have done is, it was very easy, you will laugh. In our town hall, remember 4 C's, one of them is to collaborate together. Town hall is one of the collaboration days. We came together as a group. We said that, we explained our reasoning. We said we want to build micro communities, and you live in this part of the world, you live here, you are married, you are single, you have different passions. Can we ensure that you think about your passions? Truly, they created some kind of subjects about that. People gathered around it by like magnet. You see that this is for you. There is something about strategy and commercial thinking. The other sees gardening is my thing. I want to go to gardening. Huh? They just, like a magnet, they created their groups. We wanted them to highlight, give the names to us. We have one rule, that every community, every micro community, must have one big event for us. One impact. Remember, be your best self, make a difference, and have fun. We are saying that you enjoyed it, lovely, communicated. How you will make a difference for others. And the creativity comes. Our role, being very honest, is to make it appropriate, timely, and a little bit corporate, like a parenting. Let the child play, but let's ensure that the child doesn't hurt himself, herself, and the family, but let it grow. Am I clear? The details and the guidelines and the routines and the calendars I can share later. Do I have time?
Hi. I understand that you mentioned in the beginning KFC has so many franchisees, right? Now, this part of the HR work that you're doing, is it only for the employees who are KFC on board of KFC, or this is the tagline for all the franchisees as well? They also have to follow this philosophy for the staff.
Thanks, great question. Most of them are valid for all our franchisees for above store level. Having said that, there are like non-negotiables like leading with heart, achieve breakthrough result, growth mindset programs. Everyone should have it. Leading with heart coaching, everyone should have it. Like 1-2 times a year, some Colonel's Club, some celebration events. Everyone should have it. RGM Optimum, we have guidelines, but if they decide that micro communities, for example, for Turkey, is not the year for them to launch this year, and it's more about their wellness and safety, we respect that. Is it clear? But we, in the next 3 years, from a growth plan, we are expecting them to deploy it also. Okay?
Just this model that you are working on, I know that KFC is a for-profit organization. It's very big. For our example, we're a small NGO in Lebanon. We have 45 employees. Do you think that this also can be applied for it?
I am being very, very honest to you. Paradise. Yeah, my answer is yes, bold, italic, underlined, 40 points, red. And any support you need, yes. Even better, even easier.
First of all, thank you so much. That has been so inspiring, really. I love the whole concept that you're doing. My question is that how do you ensure that everybody from, like how you are excited about the whole idea and everything, how do you ensure that this mindset is cascaded to everybody?
I love this, really love it. Thank you. First of all, it starts with hiring, being very honest to you, because there are great experts in the marketplace. There are great people, but we accept the fact that sometimes we don't match with them. I have made interviews with wonderful talents in the market where I know that if I was working for another company, my prior company, that person would rock. But here, So our hiring process a little bit long and selective and basically about character. So we hire people who have growth mindset, who truly wants to achieve breakthrough results and who has a passion to lead with heart. You can be a result person, but if you're not leading with heart, it's not accepted in KFC, being very honest. Second, from your onboarding to, we have timelines in your talent journey, in your journey in KFC, you will be equipped with growth mindset, achieve breakthrough results, and leading with heart. Again and again and again with different channels, virtually, one-to-one, coaching, programs, refreshments. So it's like you know that you should be fit, but we don't go to gym. But I know that I have to quit smoking, but I just cannot. So what we do is, remember, smoking was not good for you. Remember? And these were the 5 tools. So it goes and on and on. This is why I'm saying it's not intensity, it's about consistency. And the last piece is nothing I said is led by HR here. We sponsor it, but we believe in the infusion. I can be as strong as my people manager is. You know, if my controlling leader cannot make it happen, whatever I say here, I give you flexible hours and he calls you, right? So the how and what is as strong as my people manager. We invest a lot of time for them. It's not about us, it's infused. Before I see there's a lot of engagement from a timing perspective. The last one. Yes, there's the passion there. That was a strong one.
So, Assalamu alaikum. Am I heard? Okay. So, I actually joined a bit late, so I'm sorry if I missed a slide or two. I just wanted to ask, after the inception and introduction of these programs, how did it actually affect your engagement scores, if you ran any engagement surveys or anything? At the same time, how does it affect your attraction and retention rates? Because usually when you go to finance asking for funds to introduce these programs, you have to answer those questions.
Fair enough. It was at the beginning I started with the results. Just to say that as a business, our business results are SSS same-store sales growth more than 37%, selected as the best market, second this year. Net new builds, store openings, plus the same-store sales growth. From an engagement perspective, our results are like, it's not taking me to the back, 95 engagement score. Our engagement score is 95. We are the best in the global world also this year and last year. 87 or 86 for inclusion scores. Loyalty score is 99. Turnover is 0.1 for MENA. But for the region, it's 0.4 right now for above store level. Field level was 67 6 years ago, and this is 85 right now. Thank you. Thank you. But as I said, it can never be done only one department. It's inside out. Our results are the results of our organizational culture at the end of the day. And it cannot be done by one function. So with that, for further connections, I will be one last. Okay, wonderful. I'm lucky today.
First of all, thank you, Özlem. It was a very insightful presentation as well as very interesting. It was like igniting a lot of thoughts. So thank you so much. I think most of my friends who are sitting here will agree with me. I would just like you to throw some more light on SIA, which you just mentioned during your presentation. Thank you.
Again, it's a deep one because it's business related, but I will give you the shortcut. Every year we plan the 3 years ahead, market growth plans, okay? And every year we decide on our annual operating plan. We present it to Global Handshake. And then comes, what are my big pillars in this annual operating plan? We divide it to their priorities, usually 4 to 10, okay? Let's say unlock KSA, unlock Turkey, say transaction increase, truly business. And then we take this strategy in action projects and select leaders, usually high potentials who we want to stretch, or the ones that you want to see the potential, assign them as the SIA leads, not like the chiefs. We become sponsors only. We step back. We let our high talent to lead these business projects, and then they create their one level down squads, agile squads. These agile squads are not the hypo, but may include the HVPs, which we call high value experts. Even may not be the next time leader, but expert of what they do, and they work together. They work in the Monday.com platform. Projects, timelines, results, they come to a point, they present it to their SIA leaders, and then they present it to the LT. We guide them, they go back. inclusion in business life. Okay. I think I have to. Yes, we can catch up anytime. Also from LinkedIn, my name is the same. Anytime we can catch up. That was a very interactive group with smiling eyes. Thank you for it. Give me one chance to say one thing, because it's not KFC talking, it's Özlem talking. Remember the child in you who is very, remember your child, right? Your child. How genuine, how sincere, how real, how crazy, how growth mindset. Keep that and ensure that it's in the organization. And do it consistently. The rest, I don't believe. The rest, humans can find a way to work from anywhere, anytime, for the right reason. So let's create that reason and keep the child.